everybody. It's your girl, Melissa Renee.
I'm Navita Nicole.
And here's another episode of Drinks and Discussion. We've been kind of on the hiatus for a while, but we are back. So, you can't tell us everything about the drink. They got to watch the pregame, the pre-show.
I'll just tell you, it's just something tropical. Check it out on Pretty Girl Cocktails. Mm-hmm. And you'll see how I made it. It was really easy. And these are just, it's just a simple shot.
Can we take our shots now?
Mm-hmm.
It's cheers.
Made with Maduri.
Is it strong?
A girl's favorite. To me, it's a little strong.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She ready to say, ain't that strong?
Okay. I mean, it got a little kick to it.
Give you a little bite.
But it ain't, I think a beginner could take this as a shot.
It's not too strong. It ain't like it's straight vodka or tequila.
Okay.
So that's good.
Oh, shoot. I keep messing with my mic, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so first we're going to shout out our hometown, Columbia, South Carolina.
Shout out Columbia for showing up for some shit.
Girl, Charlamagne talking about they must be not know, they ain't been at the main event.
There was some people at the main event who showed up.
He talking about something.
That was
the
on
main event talking about was a trap. So that was like going to the trap. I was like, man, listen. They used to be shooting up in there, and I'd be a fool and be right back the next week.
Ducking. And if they kept playing the music, like, it must have been outside, y'all. They ain't shut the club down.
Girl, listen, when I tell you, that was really a hole in the wall, but
it wasn't a bad hole. It was a pretty nice-sized club.
It was a nice-sized club,
but it had hole-in-the-wall vibes, yes.
The floor was sticky. You walk on that carpet.
They was all sticky. It was. And then I grew up and I stopped going to clubs. No sticky flows.
Hold on, it was the main event. It was another club too.
Well, didn't they call out on Whispers? And then it was Whispers first.
It was Whispers 2 first. Because it was a Whispers 1 before.
Yeah.
Somewhere else. And then it was Whispers 2. See, now we telling our age, but because before it was main event.
I'm going to stick with main event.
Before it was called main event, it was Whispers. And we used to go. We used to be like, you going to Whispers tonight? You going to Whispers? Yes. Good times. But when it was Whispers, we could hang out in the parking lot and we didn't have to go in the club. That was before the police used to come and tell us we couldn't.
Columbia is small. You get tired of seeing the same old people in the club every weekend. But
man,
it was nothing really to do.
But I feel like we used to have more fun in the parking lot than going in the club. But I could see on a business standpoint how that could affect business if people outside the club.
I wouldn't want nobody sitting outside my establishment in the damn car doing God knows what, smoking stuff.
Drinking out our red cups. Playing our own damn music. But if
debating. Are we going to go in here? I don't know. I done changed my mind.
By the time we debate, another car pull up. And then another car pull up. And then you having your own party outside the club. Like, it used to be lit outside the club. As a matter of fact, that probably used to be the best part when you left the club. Because we would hang out. That'll be another 30, 40 minutes. You'll be hanging out in the parking lot before they run your ass.
It was off. But yeah, Columbia showed up at that, I don't know his name. They clearly weren't from here because he was up in the Summit talking about leave from out of here. You don't belong over here. Like the Summit is the place to be, first of all. Like, let's run it back. Okay.
He thought he was at,
I don't know what the fuck he thought he was.
Lake Murray. That's he thought he was big. He thought he was over there
somewhere
by Lake
deep
Murray.
in, like somewhere gated that you were not, sir. You were in the Summit, okay? I ain't down talking the Summit, but let's be real, all right?
Yeah, I mean, at one point in time, years ago when I was little, I could see him saying, "Your kind is not welcome here." But after that, black.
That's all who there.
Yeah,
It's black people.
Yeah, that was a stretch, sir.
You wasn't even in Lake Carolina.
He probably, but you know what? Not knowing where he from, he probably thought that was the.
He maybe
the
on that end of Summit, closer to Lake Carolina. It's so I can't remember exactly how it goes
for him
over
to
there.
Say that, and I seen them black women walking.
You right.
Right around the corner.
They
at that exact time, like, sorry,
Yeah.
you talking about Europe, but it's two black women walking, like. And that's even strange because my thing is why you didn't question the two black women who were walking. They were
I
walking
really don't.
too.
I never got the facts behind what even started it.
Well, it was the wife. The guy was walking. The wife came out, and then the wife started kind of harassing him, saying, "What you doing here? Blah blah blah." Recording him and stuff. And that's when the husband came and intervened. Y'all know them white men run. They'll run and play rescue for them white women, child.
Ain't just in the movies. Y'all be doing that shit for real.
And the same
causing black people problems.
Having us die behind them white women. Them be the same white women who get y'all arrested and locked up talking about something. He raped me.
Yeah, you better stop it. But yeah, Columbia showed up at his house. I don't think he been back home. I think they had to move his family. They had to move. They probably moved right on post.
Cause the news lied. Not the news, but the media, the people the blogs and stuff was lying, talking about they vandalized the home. Which, what happened? They said it was only one person who knocked out. I think through a window. That was it. That was the gist of it. But they tried to make it seem like it was more than what it is. And then he tried to start because
I saw the screenshot of the GoFundMe page.
And GoFundMe shut that shit down.
Might help his family. I guess we saw who didn't belong in the neighborhood because they got your ass up out of there. So kudos to Columbia. Charleston, y'all might need to start having that vibe. I'm just saying.
Child, them white people don't want Charleston.
They had a protest started last weekend.
You know why don't
downtown, and they would not let them on King Street. They would not let them people go down King Street, child. They had a block.
These white people scared of black folks in Charleston. They not about the black folks in this area. They are. Why you think they Harrison locked Walter Scott up? That is not a coincidence. They locked Walter Scott ass up because.
No, you talking about the man who shot Walter Scott? What was his name?
Yeah, not Walter Scott. Excuse me, but the police officer who shot Walter Scott. Excuse me. That's why they locked his ass up. Was there a whole bunch of protests to get him locked up? Hell no, because they already knew. Y'all better lock this person up because if we don't, the black people was about to show their asses. Let me tell you, white people is scared of black people in Charleston. They don't want the problem. Why you think they be like, Charleston strong?
They do.
And all
they
that
do
kind
try
of
to beat
shit.
this holy city.
They be trying to, y'all got to keep the black people. We got to keep them calm because they know. When these black people in Charleston, I'm talking about Charleston and surrounding areas, cut the fuck up. That's all she wrote, and they know that shit, and they scared because they know they're gonna tear this shit up. So
that's I'm sure that's why, and we can say it was because of the jury, but everybody knew that's why. What's his name? Mr. Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin. I knew you didn't feel like it. I felt it in my. When I started watching it, I was like, "Oh, he going to jail."
Oh, I knew he was gonna go to jail. The world saw this. Okay, the world saw it. This wasn't just a couple surrounding states and making little national news.
Yeah.
This made the world news. Like the world was watching.
Yep.
So I condone foolishness. If his ass was found not guilty, if he was acquitted on all charges, yeah.
Man,
I was all for the foolishness.
His defense team was horrible.
What can you do? That nobody wanted to defend him. Let's be honest. No, who wants to defend him?
They went from
You're known as the lawyer that defended this fool who kneeled on somebody's neck.
They went from a heart attack to a damn. The exhaust, it was the car, the exhaust.
Because you know what they wanted to say? They wanted to say, why didn't you just get your ass off the damn man's neck? Like, nigga, we can't defend this.
Then put his hands in his pocket.
And then you sat there like, dun 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 dun. Yeah. Make me.
Yeah.
Like, No, nobody wanted to defend him.
Yeah.
So I'm sure his defense team was.
Oh yeah, he going to jail.
Was horrible.
And I feel like the rest of them scared too. Cause see, you see how he looked. This man, I promise you, the way this man looked, he was not expecting to go to jail. He was like, yeah, nigga, I would be like, nigga, I could have told you was going to jail. Like, you know you going to jail,
the world
right?
could have told you was going to jail because the
going
world
to jail
saw
today. Bump, you about to lose your job. You about to go to jail.
Okay.
You about to go to jail.
He thought he been O.J. Simpson. The world ain't see what O.J. did. So that's how he got off. The world saw what you did. Like, everybody saw it. It's on tape.
The problem I have, though, is, okay, he's going to jail, but I want to know, is he still going to get, like, his pension? Like, is his pension still going to go to his family and stuff like that? Because you know they have shit set up like that.
That's something you should research because they'll sneak shit in like that. But no, based on the circumstances, I believe he should. I don't think they would give him anything. You know,
I would hope not, because you know that's what they do. They will fire these police officers, but these because you know, like with this Dante Wright situation, you know that's why she resigned first. Because if she got fired, she couldn't get her pension.
Well, he might have resigned too before.
Yeah.
So it could. I don't know, but then if you're, yeah, he might have resigned too. But that happens with certain things.
That's why they
all
trying to change
jobs,
those laws, though. Because they're trying to change those laws to where you don't get, you know what I'm saying, you don't get. That's why the mayor said, like, when they was like, oh, the young lady, whatever her name is, resigned, the cop, and he was like, no, I didn't accept her resignation. You know, because he did that on purpose, because he knew if he accepted it, then she could get her pension, and what he was trying to do was fire her. Fire her first. Because she can't get a pension. If I fire you, you don't get a pension. And see, I remember Dick Gregory saying that a long time ago. And he was like, if you want justice for he was like, if you want justice for police brutality, he was like, what you need to go for is their money.
Yes, hurt their family.
He was like, hurt it to where they don't get pension.
They can't feed their family.
They can't feed their family, and then you can start that. You'll see some change because. Bump it if I get fired, if I can still get pension, or if I can go to another, you know, police department and work and have a job. You know what I'm saying? That don't change nothing. Now I'm just rotating in the system, and you know that's what they do. They just transfer these police officers to different departments after they done had issues or, you know, problems like this in the department they was in. So I hope they check. That's supposed to be, I think that's one of the things that's supposed to be with the George Floyd Act, I believe. I'm not too sure. I know a lot of that, I think, even talking about the young lady.
They said, this was a report last year. I'm not sure if this is still true. His pension, that he will still be eligible to keep his pension despite guilty verdict. His pension.
See?
He's still eligible for up to $1 million plus retirement pension.
See? See what I'm saying? And that don't be right. Because at the end of the day, he's sitting in jail, but his family still being taken care of.
And his books is full.
Yeah.
He got money on
and that shit ain't right. Like, why your family get to still eat and they need to feel that shit too. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, that's the casualty of war.
I mean, everybody else's family is feeling.
Exactly.
I mean, George Floyd family is
exactly feeling, because look at it. Fair. You going to jail. If you're going to jail, but your family's still getting a check, that don't really change the dynamic in your family's household. But George Floyd dying and his daughter not having a father, that changes the dynamic of their household. That's not right.
Yeah, he'll qualify to receive up to an amount of $50,000 a year.
That's what we need to be focused on. We need to be focusing on stuff like that when it comes to police reform, like them not being able to get damn pensions and shit. Like, my thing is, even if it's something like small, if you get if internal affairs come and you're in trouble because of misconduct with, you know, whatever you doing, I feel like that shit, you need to get a strike against your pension. Oh, you don't get no pension. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna learn when your ass broke and you ain't got no goddamn money.
It's baffling on how when a police officer makes a mistake, you know, you have the racists, and I'm gonna call y'all racist because when you take up for it, to me it makes no sense. That, you know, it's understood. Mm-hmm. They're just doing their job. But when a doctor makes a mistake and someone dies, oh, everybody is, I know you're going to sue. They have malpractice insurance. You know, it's all sue.
And their license get revoked.
You don't, depending on how bad it was. Yeah.
And sometimes they don't get to practice the same thing with lawyers. Yeah. You don't get your license can get, you can't practice law. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's reprimanded. Even if I go to jail because I commit a crime, I'm reprimanded because now I have a record, and now when I go to apply for jobs, you have people who can be like, oh, no, I'm not hiring you because you have a record. So everybody in this world gets to feel the actions and the mistakes they've made,
right?
Except a police officer. Because shit, even if I miscount my draw for $5, I could get my ass fired. And it could be a mistake. Shit, the $5 could have fell and went under the damn counter and they found it later. But I guarantee you they ain't going to call me back and be like, yeah, you know, we found that $5. You can come on back to work. Hell nah. Yeah, that's not what's going to happen. And like another thing, that's one thing I feel like they should be focusing on in police reform. And I think another thing they need to focus on police reform is how to de-escalate things without shooting to kill. So, for instance, in the situation with the young girl, Ma'Khia Bryant, like, if she had a knife in her hand, well, she did have a knife in her hand. I don't give a damn. If that police officer shot her in her ass, you telling me she wanted to drop that damn knife? You telling me if she got shot like damn, what's her name from goddamn Harlem Nights in the pinky fucking toe? You telling me she wouldn't drop that fucking knife? Shit, if the officer would have shot in the air 3 times, pow, pow.
He get in trouble for that.
But see, and that's the point.
For discharging your firearm.
But that's the point. He would have got in trouble if he shot her in the ass. He would have got in trouble if he shot her in the leg. Because
he obviously not in trouble now.
Because they teach them, this is a training. This is what people don't understand. They train them that when somebody has a weapon in their hand, just like with the other 13-year-old who got shot up in Chicago, they train them to shoot them in the chest. Why would you shoot somebody in the chest? And my thing is, it would be one thing if they do that all the time with everybody.
I have to look that up because I just don't understand. Like, when you know someone called and said that someone is at their house and, you know, they're being, you know, attacked or whatever. Like, you don't know when you pull up first on scene who was the original aggressor. Like, you don't know any of that.
Nope.
At all. That could have been a domestic dispute or what have you, and all you see, yes, because you see a knife, but you don't know what's going on.
But that's not what they teach them. So they train them to shoot in the chest. And the whole thing about it is, like, why would that be a training to shoot somebody in the chest? And they say weapon because even a 13-year-old boy, when this is what the police officer told him. He said, drop your weapon. Mm-hmm. He said, turn around. He said, drop your weapon, turn around. The 13-year-old boy dropped his weapon. He turned around. As soon as he turned around, he shot him in the chest.
He shot him anyway. That's what they did.
So it's like, well, what was the purpose of you telling him to drop your weapon?
And what was his ethnicity?
Who?
The 13-year-old.
He was, I believe he was Latino.
I seen a Hispanic boy. Okay, so I did see him.
He was Latino. So it's like, you know, you shooting the kill.
Honestly, I feel like police reform will have them possibly think twice. But it's like, it's not, it doesn't work because they still fail to acknowledge the race side of it.
Yeah.
They just want to count it as
this
bad apples or, you know, improper training, you know, and I just don't feel like it will. It will help a little, possibly for those who.
I agree with you. I feel, to be quite honest with you, I'm gonna be truthful. I feel like anytime black people or people of color call the police, I feel like they make shit worse.
It does.
Like they make, like when I got in an altercation and I got in that fight with my husband's ex, they came on the scene. My apartment, my property manager called the police. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But my property manager called the police. How is it that the police is called and then I'm getting threatened by getting taken to jail? And my husband, who had nothing to do with it, is being harassed and told, you can't go upstairs and get a blanket for your daughter. I'm arrest all y'all. Like, I know for certain it's so many situations with the police that when the police comes on the scene, they make shit worse.
I experienced that.
They don't make it better.
At work, when I called to report something like vandalism outside of someone's apartment, and so when the couple was explaining to the cop what happened, they're like, we don't know who did it. It was just on fire. We called because we don't want to be charged, and I was like, I call you guys just so we can get a report. And he was just, and this was a black guy. Just as black as midnight.
Don't mean nothing. We said
it
police.
Doesn't.
We ain't said white police.
Right, but I have to let it be known. But he was just like, well, and then he just started, he started escalating the situation. And it was like, now the wife is cursing him out. And I'm like trying to take her in the house, like, calm down. By the time I come outside, the husband is going back and forth with the guy. And it was like, I just wanted to get a report of incident, but I'm about to get this man shot because this police officer is, for whatever reason, having a bad day or got his ass on his shoulders. But it was admitted because I called and reported him the next day.
Yeah.
That morning to someone else. They sent a sergeant or whoever they are out. Mm-hmm. And, I explained the situation that happened. And he was like, yeah, those guys that work at night, they're so arrogant. That's how they are. Like it's okay.
like that's that. And it ain't no night. It's any time. This was the daytime and this happened. I can name another situation. I can name a situation when my stepfather passed and I was told by his landlord where he was living to come clear his stuff out, and I'm clearing the stuff out. Now the first police officer came and he was like, well, he was fine. He was a black cop and he was just like, he was like, listen, I understand, but somebody called the police and said, y'all can't do this and do that. I was like, well, the landlord was there. He was like, yeah, I told them to come and they could clean the stuff because he was like, this is the contact I have.
Right, the emergency contact.
This is who they have on the contact list, so this is why I called. So, with that being said, he was like, well, he was like, it's nothing I can really say. And he was saying that to my stepfather's, his sisters. He was like, well, it's nothing I can really say. Mm-hmm. Like, you would have to actually go to court because this is like legal things and this is out of my jurisdiction. Like, I can't, tell them they can't do it because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I can't enforce that. If their name was on the emergency, if that's who he called to do this, then that's what it is. Y'all gonna have to take that up in court. Here go the white police officer who came. Now, I'm even telling the police officer, I was like, well, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Like, we could close the door. I could lock it. I could go about my business because that's money that we had to pay to get a U-Haul and take the shit out. So, I don't get, you want me to leave it? Okay, leave it there. Let me get my shit. Because I had like my damn... degree. I mean, not my degree, my diploma. It was stuff in there that belonged to me, my mama, and my aunt. So I'm trying to take that stuff out. Here come the white police officer, and he done escalated shit to the next line. Get out of there. What are you doing in there? I told you. And I'm like, nigga, how the fuck we go from me peacefully leaving, and then I'm telling him, you can't take that. I said, sir, this is my name. See my name? I can show you ID. This is me. I don't care. And in actuality, the black cop, he just sitting there like, because he know, like, you don't have jurisdiction. You don't have jurisdiction.
They stand back and they shake their head themselves and they don't do nothing about it.
And don't do nothing. But it's like, I can name so many occasions where the police have escalated instead of actually solving or de-escalating the situation. And I really feel they don't do.
It happens a lot.
They don't do any, like, they don't, when it comes to the community, our black community, they don't help us. Mm-mm. They make shit worse. Look,
after that situation I experienced with my job, like, I literally was walking away, like, crying because I was scared. Like, I felt like, oh, I almost got these people killed. Like, because they were heated. You know, it was, I literally had to look at the police officer and say, please leave. Just go. Like, why am I de-escalating and telling you
I'm doing
just
your
please
job.
Leave? just go. And he literally turned around and left. Like, I ain't want to be here anyway.
Listen, I just feel like at this point, I don't even be wanting to call the police for shit like that. Like, cause it's gonna get worse and you probably gonna die. I just figured the shit out on my motherfucking own. Like, I don't even want to call the police if somebody fucking done break in my motherfucking house. Like, no. Because I call your ass,
you gonna
be right there like, oh, so how we know you didn't, how we know this your place? And I can have a fucking picture with me like, it's sitting right there and they'll be like, how we out?
Girl.
Like, I'm all right. I don't know. I do feel like one thing, I feel like police need to, I feel like they should allow our own community to police our community. Meaning, like, if you live in the area, you're there, people, you may be familiar. You know what I'm saying? You may be familiar with the people. Let those people police that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hire police and let them
a lot
go
of
other places.
But and they should give incentives. But a lot of them,
I think they do.
A lot of them don't like to police the jurisdiction they live in.
Exactly. You know why? Let me tell you why. You don't like to police the jurisdiction you're in because you know people. Mm-hmm. But what it allows you to be is human. And it allows you not to look at these people that you know as fucking stupid criminals and just fucking black or people of color that's just criminals it allows you not to dehumanize us. Mm-hmm. That's why you don't want to work in your jurisdiction, because you can't dehumanize us. You actually have to put forth in some effort to actually talk, to actually try to find a resolution, to actually be what you're supposed to be in our community. That's why. So they like to go other places where they don't know people, and then they can then dehumanize people. Yeah. And now I don't have
with
to.
They ass on their shoulders.
Now I don't have to think in a way of like, okay, this is another person. This person got a child just like me. This person got a wife just like me. Mm-hmm. This person got this going on just like me. So I don't, I'm not going to just be quick to lock this person up or shoot this person or kill this person. That's why, and I think that needs to stop. If you don't want the police in your jurisdiction, then don't be no police. Sit your ass down.
Some of them, it's like, that's not a job that you just decide to go out and do. You got to kind of want to do that.
Yeah,
I
feel like if
just say, like I'm doing this just so I can hurry up and retire. Yes, exactly,
just
like a
teacher.
Because they ass got fucking problems too. I'm sick of seeing them in this racist shit they be doing.
Just like a teacher, I feel like when you're a teacher and you want to teach based on the fact of wanting to reach children and you want to learn and you have a passion of, you know what I'm saying, teaching a child and, helping them and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's a good teacher. And when you hear police officers say, hey, I want to be police officer because I want to change. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to help.
You want to make a difference in your community.
Difference in my community. That's who y'all should be hiring. Not motherfuckers who, like you just said, trying to get a pension, trying to get retirement, or let's be real, motherfuckers was a fucking nurse in high school and got fucking picked at, and they got a police, and they became a police with a badge.
You know what? They wasn't even nerds, half of them, because some of them don't display
Some of them just
I don't want to insult, but some of them don't display the proper education that it took to
be anything else.
Do something else.
They probably ain't even passed that. They probably ain't even passed that goddamn. You know how
maybe they wanted to go in the military, but they didn't pass the ASVAB or some shit. So then they settled to be a police. I don't know what you need to do to police officer. Well, it obviously has to be easy.
It is. It don't take that long. Like I think it takes what to be a police officer. It might
shout
take,
out to the service people who do
weeks?
decide to be a police officer.
I don't know.
Hopefully,
like they said,
the ones who wasn't. The shit boils down to racism. That's just what it is.
One person said something that made sense. It was like, why don't police officers go through the same vetting and training as the FBI? Because it take a while. You got to do a lot to be an FBI agent. Why isn't that the same and consistent?
Well, because that's federal and they have more funding and more money, and our little states and counties don't want to pay shit like that. Because then if we said, well, then let's just take over all the police departments and they all become federal agencies, then it's like, oh, my God, we're becoming a communist country and people don't have rights anymore. And
that's true.
Not like you got rights anyway. You still got to wear that damn mask because of COVID. So... it is what it is.
We wasn't here for DMX passing away. Rest in peace, DMX.
But I saw today. It looks like they were doing like something with his funeral or whatever.
They did. They actually took it and they drove his casket off of a big like.
I saw that, like one of the monster truck looking trucks.
Yeah, and they went down and they had the bikes behind them. That was good. I appreciate that. Oh, and the guy. Black Rob, he had passed away.
I saw he passed away.
And the guy Shock G. Y'all don't know who Shock G was?
I don't know, but I seen somebody else died before.
Humpty Dump.
I did see that today. I saw that. I was like, is he dead? I was like, wow.
I do the hump.
Y'all, 2021 came in strong. Y'all know we was out because I had done caught the COVID bug, y'all.
Girl, it's a lot of y'all caught it that was down. Not just you. It's some other people.
I know.
that got it.
That shit
That's
is real
crazy.
too.
You said it's real? Are you gonna get the immune shot?
I'm immune right now for a while. I'll be all right. Shit.
Listen,
I got antibodies.
you said like I ain't getting that shit.
Y'all putting 10-day holds on the Johnson & Johnson shot and all kind of shit because it's doing stuff. And somebody said one shot was causing people to have like like shingles break out, but that they need more information. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, I don't know about that either.
No. But it was rough.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I just don't believe, because the flu is a virus too, right?
Yes.
And you got to get the flu shot like
every fucking year.
Okay.
Just like you're going to have to get the COVID shot every couple of months.
You think it's going to be
yes. That until they get it right.
And I don't know about no month. Well, I do know
every couple of months. Like they're not sure how long
is mutating quick.
This is going to work. I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. You get your shot if it makes you feel comfortable and happy. Go ahead. I'm not knocking people who get it. My mama said she was going to get it. But then, you know what? She had to take an antibiotic, so she had to cancel it. So I was like, that's sign number one. You better follow the signs. I done told my grandma the same thing. She got a sinus infection. She was like, I got to go get my shot tomorrow. You're not getting it if you're on antibiotics, honey. Call your doctor. She called me back. Yeah, they said I got to reschedule. Okay. It happened twice to her. The second time was something else. I was like, you got two signs.
So listen.
It don't work for everybody.
I will say this. If you feel good, if you want to get the shot, get the shot. If that's what you want to do. I don't know about me getting the shot right now. I ain't know about none of that. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to say like Lil Duval said. Lil Duval said, I ain't getting shot until I got to. Now, if they make me and they tell me my ass can't do this or do that until I get the damn shot, then that's when I get the shot. So that's what I do. I'll say that. If I'm made to get the shot, I will get the shot.
I ain't saying I ain't gonna never get. I don't plan.
That's what
it's
I said.
not my time.
I ain't saying I ain't gonna never. I'm just,
Mm-mm.
I'm just holding out for a little bit.
Y'all was acting funky with your damn shot in the beginning. Talking about only people over 50 can get it. And now you want to drop it down to 16 when everybody over 50 went trying to run out there and get it. Now you want us to go out there and get it now.
Yeah,
Keep the damn shot.
They got Obama campaigning.
Everybody campaigning.
For us to get the shot. I don't know. What if they trying to, what if this is turning into the handmade where they gonna make us sterile?
They trying to sterilize.
They trying to sterilize.
I might run and get the shot then.
No, because if you sterile, they gonna throw you out there in the rocks, and they gonna make you break rocks. That's what they
I might
do.
have to go get the shot.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Ooh, oh my goodness, this is strong, Vita. I
told you. Oh, it might be my other drink. Might have been too strong. So Caitlyn Jenner is running. Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner is running for.
It's California. Like, anything goes. You can do whatever the fuck you want there. You can be whatever you want to be.
He's not going to win, though. Because he had, like, California is like a Democratic, left-wing, liberal country. He is the opposite of liberal. He think just because he walk around with some panties on and call himself Caitlyn, and that's what I said. I said it.
He think
because he got some panties on and he walking around calling himself Caitlyn that people are going to vote for him. And I'm saying this to y'all out there, y'all Californians. Know when people trying to play tricks on you. Know when people trying to use certain things to their advantage, and that's what I see him doing, using that shit to his advantage. Because how you agree with everything with what Trump was saying when Trump was in the seat, and you even said you voted for him, but you right here trying to run this fucking California governor.
Because he think he a white woman. White women voted for Trump too.
And stop doing TikToks, because that shit makes me mad.
I need to download TikTok and watch it.
Girl, you would have a ball watching that. My mama even has TikTok. She got it simply to watch motherfuckers on there and crack up all day. And you will be on there you think you will be on TikTok for hours.
I'm downloading. I was giving myself a little social media breaks.
Well, nothing wrong with a little social media break because social media can be quite a lot sometimes with certain people. Do you ever wonder on social media, do you ever look on your timeline and be like, who did I accept this person?
Who are these people?
Because I swear sometimes I don't be accepting certain people on my timeline, and I be like, where did
you
come
it's like from? Maybe during the startup, when I first started my page, maybe at some point. Because it seemed like back in the day, you didn't have to accept people. Did you always have to accept people, or they could just friend you or something?
No, you had to accept them as your friend.
Now, that's
Instagram. They could just follow you now. You don't have no control over that.
I do. My page is private.
Your page private?
Yes, child.
Why is your page private?
Cause I just ain't want people on my looking me up.
What? Shit. What you mean?
I've been hiding from the lady Heather. I done blocked my coworkers. So you just make yourself private, change your name so they can't even look you up. I don't want none of them damn residents looking my ass up.
So they could be telling on you?
Yeah. No.
You know what? I think that needs, but you know what? You make a good point. I do feel like my social media is my off time, and I feel like that's nobody's business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nobody's business. Even like
I don't mind it, but when you start to like, come into my off time life, like Heather did. Like, bitch, no, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
No, and no.
Even
You supposed to just be one of the eyes that people be talking about. Just looking.
Even if
not
you
commenting on my shit all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even if you like,
I can't play hooky from work, right?
Oh, you can't.
And
child.
be like, y'all, I called out and be on the beach or some shit with my feet up, like, because these motherfuckers don't know.
I used to remember when you work and you be like, when you work and you be off, you don't even want to ride past your job.
Girl, I don't even want to talk about it.
You be like, I don't want to ride past that motherfucker.
I don't even be wanting to come out the house. That's some serious shit, y'all. Thankeries is just a ride off the damn.
Listen, you be like, man, somebody be like, let's go to like I remember back in the, let's go to Bojangles. Let's not. I don't feel like, I don't have to be here till tomorrow. I don't want to see this motherfucker.
I've always, like, when I was in high school and I had a job, I always thought it was weird for the people who, when they got off, it's like they couldn't wait to go home and change their clothes and come back. Like, fucking creeper, weirdo. Who does that?
Some people like their jobs and like the people who work with them.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
child.
I think it's them shots.
It might have been. Y'all done slapped the straw, but child, no.
That might have been, okay.
Not at all. Did my lime go flying too?
Yes, your lime flew over here. What you put that over your drink? Because you got your husband up. What you put in this damn
I did
drink?
not put nothing in his drink. You ain't got no headache. I ain't got no headache.
What you, exactly.
I made him the same drink we made.
You ain't put,
that I made for
you ain't putting nothing extra in them drinks.
No, nothing extra in the drinks. I ain't slip him no Mickey.
You sure?
I don't have to slip him no Mickey. To take advantage.
Oh, well.
No, I did not slip him no Mickey.
Well, you know what? I don't think we got really nothing else to talk about, do we?
No, it was such a, it was so much that happened,
Yeah.
Wow. We were on our break.
It was.
COVID break.
Yeah, but you're better now. So
I'm
that's
better
all.
now. Y'all, they take that shit serious. D-Head call you. They call the people you know. You done been around, child.
They say that.
You drop names, they gon' call them motherfuckers.
And know why people do not like or believe in that COVID shit? Because I was at the dentist's office, and when the lady was like, she's like, I know you were here yesterday, but we still need you to fill out, for the little COVID thing. I was like,
listen,
that
shit got lingering side effects and shit. You still get.
Do you still have lingering feelings?
Mm-hmm.
What, like you
might get nauseous just out of nowhere, like just super tired.
I've heard people say they don't have all of that. Some people say they don't got their whole sense of taste back fully yet. They say they can still taste, but it's not the same as how it used to be. The people who lose their
when I got my appetite back, I started eating. So yeah.
Well, let's toast. Let's clink it.
Okay. We'll do the shots.
And let's take this shot right here. We should start doing that. Saving the shot at the end.
I can do that.
Yes.
I said, who funkin' with me? I'm but I don't need no grit. Hey, so don't funk again. What?